I just want to bring in Andrew Clennell. He's got some breaking news for us as we prepare to take you live to this news conference with the Prime Minister and Treasurer. What do you know, Andrew?
Before the PM speaks, he's going to announce the superannuation decision. Balances above $3 million will have their tax increase from 15% to 30% in the accumulation phase, but it will come in after the next election, 2025-26. So they've decided to end the kite flying, end the speculation. We had Cabinet today, and Anthony Albanese and Jim Chalmers are about to announce this change in super. If I can read from the statement, it says from 2025-26, the concessional tax rate applied to future earnings for balances above $3 million will be 30%. This is expected to apply around 80,000 people. They're saying they'll continue to get tax breaks, essentially, just not as generous as they have previously had, and it will raise $2 billion for the budget in its first year. So I think wise politically to try and move on with this, or at least say what they're doing rather than just fly a kite. The PM and Treasurer here, they've bitten the bullet, they've made the decision. They're not capping, as has been speculated. They're not taxing at the highest rate for people with super balances above $3 million, but they are taking away some of that tax break, and they say it's worth $2 billion to the budget.
Okay, so it has been heading in this direction, hasn't it, Andrew? For a couple of weeks now, I've had intense debate about this. The Coalition had already argued that they'd be voting against any changes even before they knew what those changes would potentially be. It's really setting the scene, I guess, for a stoush on that front.
Well, certainly a stoush in the context of the Aston by-election. The government's argument will be this affects very few people, and that superannuation is about retirement savings, and we aren't removing the full tax break for even people with this amount of money in their accounts anyway. They could have waited to the budget to do this, Ash, but they're announcing it now, and it's interesting, though, that it does come in after the next election. It's that far away. It's not something they're pulling on people next financial year. And I asked Jim Chalmers on Sunday Agenda whether they consider grandfathering these changes. And he spoke about how people spoke about this. I guess this has some kind of effect like that. People can take money out of super and invest it in other things. They've got a couple of years' notice not to build their super balance above $3 million if that doesn't work for them.